Good evening all and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. It's Friday night, which means it's alcohol-free night. And the beer we're going for tonight hails from Aldi. It's this one. It is the Rheinbacher Pilsner. And the Rheinbacher Pilsner weighs in at 0% ABV. And there's not an awful lot I can tell you about it other than the fact that it is best served chilled according to the directions for use. And your ingredients are water, barley malt, hop extract, citric acid and flavouring. Now, confession time, I did sample some of this last weekend. I was going visiting family and we grabbed a few beers from the local Aldi because my brother had nothing alcohol-free in, so I grabbed some of these. So, yeah, my opinions are already formed to some degree, but we're going to go through it now as if I'd not tasted it before and just give you what I think of it. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get it out into a glass and see what you all think of it, because I've already seen it. So, I'm pouring into my beer co glass today. The pour is pale, as you would expect. Now, this bit I haven't seen because I was drinking it from the bottle like a heathen last weekend. So, it is pale, as I expect. Very, very straw coloured. Clear as a bell with a nice white head. That's your beer up close in a glass. Let's have a whiff. This bit I didn't do either last weekend because the company I was in, maybe not so into their beer as I am. But this one smells light, malty, a little bit hoppy, not grassy like I like in a Pilsner, but reasonable nonetheless. Quite nice on the nose. So it looks good and it smells all right, actually. Let's have a taste again. Cheers. It's as I remember it from last weekend. The body is light to medium. It's clean. It is crisp. The flavours. The flavours are a little sweet for me. It has some lager vibe to it, quite clearly. But there is a sweetness that overrides, and it's lacking the grassy hop, that spicy hop that you expect from a good Pilsner, alcohol-free or otherwise. Now, there are plenty of great alcohol-free Pilsners out there that bring that spicy note to the flavour profile, but this one is lacking it. All that said, the finish is light, refreshing, clean, crisp, everything you expect from a Pilsner style beer. But again, it's just missing that peppery note on the back end that I really love, that makes you want to go in for another sip. And the sweetness comes through even more on the back end. It is that sweet, sugary malt that it's verging on envelope glue flavour. And that isn't the best thing in the world when you're having a beer. Yeah, there we go. Let's give it some points, shall we? But before we do, as always, we're going to go to the aid memoir of Untapped, which says there have been a paltry 621 check-ins to this beer with an average score of 278, and one person I know has tried it, given it a 3.5. Me, I'm objective as always. So, for clarity, looks, aroma, body, taste and finish, and some bonus points potentially as well. So let's give it some points. So visually, it's not too bad. Let's top it off. It's lager coloured, but maybe a little light for my liking on a Pilsner. I'm used to seeing them a little darker with a little more colour, perhaps. Yeah, because I've got the light coming directly through it, but against the wall. Okay, yeah, perhaps looks a little darker than. Yeah, okay. We'll play that one by ear. It looks all right. I cannot fault it. It looks nice. It's clear. It's got a nice head to it. I'm giving it a full point. Aroma is light, lager-like, but not necessarily Pilsner-like. It's missing that fragrant, spicy, peppery, grassy note on the nose. It's okay though, if a little sweet. So I'm going to give it a 0.5 on the nose. The body, it's light, refreshing. does what it should. The carbonation is quite excitable. There's plenty of it, which is personal preference, that one really. Let's just go back in for another one. It works. I'm going to give it the 0.75. The only reason I'm doing that is because the carbonation is just a little too high for my preference. Taste though, there's good and bad here. The good, you've got a nice general lager vibe. The bad, you've got sweetness and it's lacking that spicy, peppery, grassy hop note. So I cannot in all good conscience give it a great score. It's missing the Pilsner vibe. So I'm going to give it a quarter because it's got something about it, but not a huge amount. And the finish, again, it's a little on the sweet side. It's better than the flavour though. It still brings that refreshing, light, clean feeling, but it's just missing that punch that a true Pilsner really has. So I'm going to give it the 0.5, which means we have got 1, 2, 3 out of 5 for the Aldi Rheinbacher Pilsner alcohol free, which means it cannot have the full bonus. So we'll cross that one off for now. Value for money. We'll come back to that in a minute. Would I buy it again? No, in fact, no, we're going to do value for money first. It was about £2.49 for 6 bottles. Cheap. Very cheap. There's no getting away from the fact that that beer represents value for money. Even if it doesn't appeal to me, I can see why lots and lots of people would enjoy this one for the price. And certainly for £2.49, it's a cheap fridge filler. There's no getting away from that fact. Would I buy it again though? It's cheap. It's okay. There's definitely better lagers out there, but for the money, I don't think I've seen alcohol-free beer quite as cheap as that. Maybe Lidl, in fact, Lidl do one. I should get my hands on some and do a comparison at some point. Yes, I should. I will do that. Yes, absolutely. Keep your eyes peeled for that one soon. Would I buy this one again? Well, I'm going to have to for this one because that was the last bottle that I had. So yeah, I'm going to say I would buy it again. Even if not for myself, as a good cheap fridge filler for other people who might not be quite so particular, shall we say, fussy, if you will, about your beer as I am. So yeah, 3 out of 5 and a couple of bonuses for value for money and buying again. So there we go. Like I say, an okay beer. If you like them sweeter, if you like them a more traditional lager as opposed to a punchy Pilsner, this one will be right up your street. And we'll leave it there and say, that has been the beer. I've been me. Those down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You've got your like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. And I'll see you again soon for another one. Bye for now.